On this channel, we talk about books, and we talk about reading books through the lens of the church. How does Jesus Christ want us to view books, whether the books are good for our soul, whether they're not good for our soul, and whether we should really be reading these books at all. So as it pertains to a channel, we have to discuss the topic that we're getting into today, this book scandal that is going on in Maryland, about how certain books have been prescribed learning to the kids in these schools. And these books are absolutely things that will degrade their soul, and they shouldn't be forced to read them. But right now, currently, they are. Let's talk about this case. Welcome to Lectio. My name is Sean Hiller, where we read books through the lens of the church. So for the background of the case, it started in 2022. Montgomery County Public Schools in Maryland introduced a series of LGBTQ inclusive books into their elementary language arts curriculum. Initially, parents were allowed to opt their children out of these lessons, but by March of 2023, the district rescinded this policy, citing administrative challenges and concerns about stigmatizing students who identify with the content. This policy shift led to legal action from a diverse group of parents. It wasn't just Christians, it was also Muslims and Jewish traditionalists as well. So in the hopes of deciding for ourselves what's going on, let's take a look at the specific books that are at the heart of this controversy. The first one is Pride Puppy by Robin Stevenson. This is a book designed for pre-K students, and it's a picture book introducing LGBTQ plus themes through a family search for their lost puppy during a Pride parade. The next book is Uncle Bobby's Wedding by Sarah S. Brannon. It's a kindergarten level story about a young girl coming to terms with her uncle marrying his male partner. The next book is Intersection Allies, We Make Room for All by Caroline Coy and Chelsea Johnson. It's a first grade book. It's a book promoting diversity and inclusion across various identities. My Rainbow by Deshauna Neal and Trinity Neal. It's a second grade book, a narrative about a mother creating a rainbow wig for her transgender daughter. Prince and Knight by Daniel Hack is a third grade book, and it's a fairy tale where a prince falls in love with a knight, challenging traditional gender roles. The next book is Love Violet by Charlotte Sullivan Wild. It's a fourth grade story about a girl expressing her affection for another girl on Valentine's Day. Born Ready is the true story of a boy named Penelope by Jody Patterson. It's a fifth grade book. It's a memoir about a transgender boy's journey and his family support. You can see almost just from the titles of these books that they're introducing themes to children who really don't know what to make of these things. It's so off in left field from common sense. If a kid reads this, confusing is going to be the least of our worries. The case itself has escalated to the Supreme Court, where oral arguments were heard on April 22nd, 2025. The justices' questions and comments provided insight into their perspectives on these particular cases and books. Justice Samuel Alito questioned why the school district couldn't accommodate religious preferences, highlighting concerns about potential violations of religious freedoms. Justice Amy Coney Barrett expressed concern that these books might promote specific moral viewpoints incompatible with some religious teachings. Justice Sonia Sotomayor questioned the depth of the objection given these books' content, suggesting that mere exposure to different viewpoints doesn't equate to coercion. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson raised hypothetical scenarios about teachers sharing personal aspects of their lives, probing the boundaries of what constitutes indoctrination versus inclusion. The outcome of Muhammad versus Taylor could have far-reaching implications for parents. A ruling in favor of the parents could reinforce the right to opt children out of specific curricular content based on religious beliefs. For schools, a decision supporting the school district might affirm the authority of public schools to design inclusive curricula without mandating opt-outs. For national policy, this case could set a precedent influencing how schools nationwide balance inclusive education with religious accommodations. We will continue to watch this, and we'll present it to you as soon as things come out about how this case is going, because we're vastly interested as lovers of books and lovers of good books, not bad books. But we want to stay on top of this, and if this involves you, if this includes you at some level, reach out to your congressman, reach out to the people who are in charge of your state, if you have anything to do with this, especially if you're in Maryland, and have them say, we do not want our children reading these books. Obviously, as Catholics, as Christians, we believe that the most intimate, the most important piece of the church, as our children are related, is that domestic church, the home, mom, dad, and kids. It is up to the parents to really teach the kids proper catechesis about our faith, but also give them education that will help them interpret the world and see the world through the view that Jesus Christ has for them. And I'm afraid that reading books like this at any age can be confusing, but especially at the age where these kids are still being molded. We don't want these things to enter into them and corrupt them for the rest of their lives. So if you have any angle in this, you have any foot in the door for this, reach out to your congressmen, your leaders, and have them push to get these books removed from any content that could hurt your kids. Guys, if you like this content, if you find it helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so that you never miss out on any content. Again, we're going to stay up on this story so that we know what to do. And if there's anything that we can all do to act on this to make sure that these books don't end up in the hands of kids and further corrupt them and corrupt the society around us, we will do that.